Hello and welcome again to the Nomadic Table. I am Lynn and I want to talk today about food deserts. Now, what is a food desert? A food desert is an area where there is a very limited supply of fresh, nutritious food. This usually means you're going to the convenience store and eating the stuff under the heat lamps, the deep fried stuff under the heat lamps, the chips, the beef jerky, the soda fountain, etc. Not the best kind of food for a long-term nomad needs. So the technical definition of a food desert is in an urban area, the grocery store is more than 1 mile away. In a rural area, it means that the nearest major grocery store is 10 miles away. Now, it's very, very common, especially when you're out west, to be in very, very rural areas, way out camping. I want to go way out there in nature all by myself. Well, that's going to be nice until you need to go to the grocery store. And then you need to find out where you're going to get food, how you're going to get food, because it's going to be a long way to get food. I know in New Mexico, the entire state is a food desert, technically. There's Walmarts in the major towns, true. Walmart, though, doesn't always have the best groceries available. They'll have what you need to live, don't get me wrong. If you do find on Walmart food, that's fine, that's great. And I've even really carefully looked down the aisles and I've found specialty stuff, but that's another topic for another day. Walmart does not really have an emphasis on healthy eating. They'll have some produce. The produce bins are always half empty. The produce is looking old. Stuff's getting shriveled. It's getting old. Not that great. The chip and soda aisle, they're always packed to the gills. People say don't buy meat at Walmart. I have bought like ribeye steaks at Walmart. They tasted fine, but people say don't buy steaks there. So for what it's worth. Yeah, so Walmart, there are Walmarts in a lot of major towns. Now you get to the towns that don't support a Walmart and you're down to the Dollar General level. Dollar General, Family Dollar, you're down to that level. They're going to have a really, really limited selection of stuff. There could be a rural grocery chain called Lowe's. In the town I'm in here, there is a Lowe's. And surprisingly, this is a town of less than 1,000 people, but they're pretty well stocked. They have a nice variety of items there. It's very clean. It's a very pleasant place. And for me to go to a major grocery chain, I have to drive 25 miles. The major grocery store is 25 miles away. I used to volunteer for the National Park Service last winter, and I had to drive 25 miles to the nearest Safeway. No, excuse me, it was 40 miles. I drove 40 miles to Safeway every week for groceries. That was rough. It was extremely rough. Now you think when you lived in your sticks and bricks and you're camping, you're just going on a camping trip. Well, I don't have any problem. I go to a camping trip, I eat like I do at home. No problem, huh? Well, the thing is, you're going to your local grocery store where you're familiar with everything and they have all the things that you want and your family likes. Everything is there for you. And you take everything from your preferred grocery store, you take it camping, you're gone 2-3 days, you come back, and life goes on. Out on the road, especially when you're getting to extreme rural areas of New Mexico, parts of Arizona, parts of Utah, it really, really gets tough to find a good grocery store. Then you're going from the West Coast, you're going to the East Coast, things that you can't find, things you like you can't find. Well, that's an inconvenience. It's not really survival. So it can be really tough when you're living in a food desert. One option around the food deserts is trying to stay around either a Walmart when you're looking for a place to go, look of where the nearest grocery store is. Look where Walmart is. Look on your Google Maps where Walmart is, where H-E-B is, where Safeway is, where a major grocery store is, so you can make sure to find food. If you have to go to a smaller, lesser grocery store, like the Lowe's chain, Roadrunner, out in Quartzsite, Arizona, look at the reviews. Look what people are saying about the reviews, and determine if that's what you want. One option is going to farmers markets, but the farmers markets in New Mexico, that was kind of tough, because I went to the farmers market on opening day in Truth, Council, Quests. Opening day, and they had very little. They had some kale and eggs, and 6 weeks later they still had kale and eggs. They had a couple of zucchinis, but they had kale and eggs. So I was surviving for weeks on Walmart, fresh eggs, I had nice eggs at least, kale and onions, and that was all there was. Yeah, so that's how we can get. So food markets can be tough. They're good food markets or bad food markets. It just depends on the area you're going to, the growing conditions, the season. If you're in season, like right now, I'm in a totally different area from the New Mexican desert, New Mexican high desert, and the main season from summer has ended, and there's another crop being planted for later this fall. So I'm in between seasons again, and hopefully this fall there's going to be more food, and I can shoot a video at a nice farmer's market for you all. So that is just something to be aware of: food deserts and finding healthy food. Don't get stuck going to the convenience store. It's really tempting to go and just grab something out of the heat lamp and getting a pop out of the what do you call, soda machine, pop machine, fountain drink machine. It's really tempting, but long term it's just not sustainable. Plan your travels wisely around grocery stores, and if you have to go to a lesser grocery store, try to look at the reviews to see if that will serve your needs. So anyway, and what am I eating now? About food, huh? I got a little kind of a banana pasta plate here. It's some bologna, little grape tomatoes, and some pickles. Boy, yeah. I'm watching a video. I'm watching a cooking channel to watch bologna and pickles. Simple food, right? We do it simple here on the Nomadic Table. We're not all gourmets. We can be gourmets sometime, but not all the time. Okay. Well, this is Lynn. This is the Nomadic Table, and happy cooking down the road.